Another popular close is called the summary close. And the summary close is very good specifically for new door-to-door salespeople. And the reason is it allows them to actually go through the list, the checkpoints, and kind of summarize the information they've gathered from the customer, and they can kind of roll into the closing. And the first step is making sure that they've covered everything that they learned from the discovery with that customer. They summarize everything with them. After that, they align those needs with the features and benefits of the products that we offer. And finally, again, they show value. A good example of a summary close would be, you had mentioned earlier that you were having some latency issues with your internet connection. Well, with our service, we'd be able to provide you up to 20 meg. And that 20 meg is going to allow you to run all of the devices in your home for you and your family, so you can be connected at once while downloading movies and videos and also gaming online all at the same time. You should have no buffering or latency issues, and it should be effectively seamless. Would you like a wireless modem to go with that? That's a summary close. You've addressed their issue, and after you've addressed their issue, again, similar to what we've talked about before, you've showed them the features, the 20 meg service, the benefits, they're all going to be able to be connected at the same time and not have any latency issues. And you've wrapped it right into actually asking if they need to have a wireless gateway, throwing some more products on there, almost like upselling. That's a summary close. And it's actually a very effective close for new hires, again, simply because of the line-by-line process. With the choice close, it's really all about choice. We know that customers don't like to be sold to, but they like to buy. Oftentimes we want to be in control. We want to know that we're making our own decisions. And the choice option of closing provides that customer, that prospect, that option. It provides them the ability to, stay in some form of control. Even though they're being guided through the process, by yourself, they're allowed to stay in control in the sense of saying, well, I can pick and choose what I want. We're giving them some options. And that's a good thing, especially if you've had an objection up front. The choice close is always a good close to go back to. That way, instead of going through the assumptive process or maybe even a summary close, you can go into the choice close. That way it gives them a little bit of an option. And a good example of a choice close, would simply be, we discussed your video needs before, and it looks like the package we have now will provide all of your viewing that you need for you and your family. Now, would you like HBO as well with this, or just the standard package? It gives them a choice. Either way, we're closing, and we're still assuming they're going to be a customer, but we're giving them the option. Would they like to add HBO with it? Now, oftentimes they may say, no, I won't need the HBO or Showtime. I don't need a premium. But they still will grab that package, which means they're still a customer. You still got a sale. And for them to get out of that process, again, they have to get out of their comfort zone. Doesn't mean that they won't do it. But again, if we've given them that time, like before, and we've understood all of the fact-finding, we've gathered all the information, we used our ears to do the active listening, and we know that what we're offering them is a better value, more times than not, they're going to close, and they're going to buy. Remember, 80 to 85% of the time you're in that house, you're walking out with a sale. So it's okay to assume. And giving them those choice options can be very beneficial to you and them. Again, it's very effective if you've had an objection. When you go back into your closing, after you've addressed the objection, choice close is very beneficial. And I would suggest it. Actually, it's the close that I've always used if the assumptive close had any kind of a barrier. People are competitive. It happens all the time. And it's no different than when you're in a house with a customer. I remember selling many years ago, and in the home, the whole family was very competitive. High school football, NASCAR, sports, all of this. And the entire process was very confusing to me because I knew what I was offering them was of great value. It was so much less money than they were spending now. They were going to get a heck of a lot better service. But for whatever reason, they kept holding out. And what I didn't realize was that competitive spirit within them. They wanted something better. They wanted to hold out and get something better than the average person. And that's really where the bonus close comes into play. Some people just like to be competitive. They want to know that they've got the best deal they possibly can. We've all heard the stories of, well, I went to buy myself a car, and you should have seen the tears on that car salesman's eyes when I walked out. I haggled them down to nothing. There are people that are like that, and you will find them in this business. You're sitting in the home, you're in their domain, they're pretty confident. Hey, you want the sale? I want as much as I can get out of it. And the bonus close, it's an option to provide that. Usually, you're going to have certain things, certain spiffs or whatever, that you're able to actually provide any customer. And you want to keep those in your back pocket. Those aren't things you want to lead with. And they can be very simple things. They don't even have to be of great monetary value. But it's just the mental fact of knowing that a customer can walk away with something. A great example. Mr. Jones, I can see you're holding out for the best deal I can possibly offer. Everything that I've learned from what your needs are matched with the services that we have. And our triple play is going to cover all of the needs that you have for your family. But since you want the best deal I possibly can, if you sign up tonight, what I can do is offer you a free install. It's the $39.99 value. Something as simple as that may be enough for them to stand up and say, you got yourself a deal, because I got something better than maybe my neighbors did, the guy down the street or whatever. And that's a bonus close. Doesn't mean you have to give away the whole house. Just something that you have in your back pocket that gives the impression to that customer that they got a better deal than somebody else. It could be as simple as free movie passes for pay-per-view films. It could be really anything. A spiff, a magazine. Hey, here's a Pause magazine that we have. Here's a Club magazine that we have. Here's a TV Guide movie magazine that we provide. It could be anything. It could be a t-shirt. It could be a Frisbee. Sometimes these things, even though they're small in monetary value, they go a long way with a customer.